Hey guys, good to see you again. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be putting together a couple of things that I never really thought could or should be put together. But trust me, they work incredibly well. We're going to be making some amazing steak and spaghetti. Now I'm sure there's some people out there that are going to be thinking, what? That just sounds completely crazy. Don't know about that. Other people out there are going to be thinking, yeah, perfect combination. Works really well. Well, whichever side of the fence you're on, trust me, you're going to love this dish. It's really tasty, it's really simple to make, and it's just perfect on a Friday night with a glass or two of wine. So where did I get this from? I actually got it from watching the film Moonstruck with Cher and Nicolas Cage. My wife loves this film. For me, a bit too much of a rom-com, but yeah, it's okay. But anyway, regardless of that, halfway through the film, Cher's character makes Nicolas Cage's character some steak and spaghetti. She just puts the steak in the pan, then once the steak's cooked, adds the spaghetti, adds a couple of extra things, and that's it. Really simple. Now, throughout the film, Nicolas Cage's character is a right miserable so-and-so, but he gets stuck into this steak and spaghetti and he's happy as Larry. So I saw that and thought, man, I've got to give that a try, and I have done. I've done it a few times now, and it works really, really well. It's just great, super tasty, super simple. So I reckon you're going to love it. I certainly do. So yeah, let's give it a go. Let's see how we get on, and let's take a look at some ingredients. You know, when I said that this dish was simple, I really wasn't kidding, because it is ridiculously simple. There's hardly any ingredients here, which I think is absolutely great and just makes my life and your life a lot easier. What we've got is 2 steaks. Any steak will do. I've gone for bavette steaks because I love bavette steak, really tasty, but anything that you fancy, go for it. We've got our spaghetti, and then to go with the spaghetti, we've got a knob of butter, a clove of finely chopped garlic, some chilli flakes, which optional, if you don't want it hot, don't add them, a wedge of lemon, some parmesan cheese, and then just to finish off, we're going to use some parsley. Basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to cook our steaks however you want them in the pan. The minute they're done, we are going to whack in the butter and garlic, let that mix with the meat juices, then add our pasta, and then we're just going to finish it off with our chili flakes, squeeze lemon, parmesan, and then parsley. Just mix it together, and that's it. It literally takes minutes to do. The thing that really kind of blew my mind with this dish is the fact that you don't chop up the steak and mix it in with the spaghetti. The steak comes separately to it, and the spaghetti is almost like the side dish, like you'd serve steak and chips or with whatever. And it works so well because we just do like almost a really simple sauce with the pasta. It's not even a sauce at all, really. It's just picking up the meat juices, and we just emphasize and bring out those flavors by adding these extra little bits. I mean, you could just mix it with the meat juices and serve it like that. I mean, that will be just as good. But these things that we're going to use here are just going to emphasize that flavor there. And when it comes to the steak, we need to marinate it a bit, but all I'm going to do is just add some pepper and some salt to this on both sides. And then a drizzle of olive oil. In fact, I'm not going to put it on both sides because I've forgotten the tongs. They're over there. Just on the one side is fine. I'll flip it over and do it in a second. Anyway, simply marinating the steaks. You could, if you wanted to, marinate them however you want, but for me, I want to keep it nice and simple, in keeping with how simple this dish is. So I'm just going to use the salt, pepper, and oil, and that's it. Let's get over to the stove and let's get cooking. We are ready to go. Right, to start off with, I've got a pot of boiling water there for our pasta. I'm just going to add a couple of gloves of olive oil there to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick while it's cooking. And then cooking for 2 people, so I'm going to add, I suppose it's probably about 150 grams of pasta into the water. Depends how hungry you are. Add as much pasta or as little pasta as you like. This is going to take about 7 minutes to cook. So what I'm going to do in that time is the steaks will take about 5 minutes to cook. So I've got a spare 2 minutes. So I'm going to give the pasta a bit of a head start. So I'm going to cook that for 2 minutes. Then I'm going to get the steaks ready. So during that 2 minutes, I'm going to start heating up our pan. I'm going to be using a big frying pan for the steaks. Because we're cooking the pasta in here, you can't really use a griddle. So that's what we've got there. So I'm going to put that on the highest heat possible, warm that up for 2 minutes. And then I'm also going to put 2 plates in the oven. So when the steaks are done and we're making the pasta, we can put the steaks on these hot plates, and the steaks are going to sort of keep warm and be good to go basically. So these are going to go in the oven, and we're going to wait 2 minutes till that pasta is on its way basically, and then we're going to start cooking those steaks. Alright then, so the spaghetti has been on for about 2 minutes now, so it's nice and on its way. I've got my pan, it's been on the heat, highest heat possible for the last 2 minutes, so it's searingly hot and ready for these steaks. Because we've already oiled the steaks, don't need to add any oil into the pan, and we're going to cook these. Cook them however you want. I'm going to do my wife, she loves her steak medium well done, and then I like mine rare. So watch my video about how to make steak, and I'll show you some techniques there. But as I say, the main thing here is get these steaks cooked however you like. It's smelling really, really good. Now, my steak. Okay, so my wife's steak is just about ready to go. So I'm going to grab our plate out of the oven, like so, and put her steak on the plate just to keep warm. And then we check the pasta. And that is a perfect al dente. So that's good to go. And I reckon my steak is as well. So I'm going to take this over and put it on the plate. So you can see here, there's loads of kind of meat residue and lots of great stuff sticking to the bottom of the pan. So just put that to the one side, keep it off the heat, and we will drain this pasta. Pasta is drained. We put the pan back on the heat. So keeping it at this really high heat is absolutely fine. And then I know, I said I put the butter and the garlic in first, but trust me, putting in the pasta first and then adding the garlic and butter is just as good. Straight in there and give it a good stir around. I want to pick up all these juices. I can see it slightly covering the pasta there. Like so, so you can see, yeah, it's really starting to cook things up there, which is absolutely amazing. To that, we add our butter and our garlic, like so, and just stir this around. Wow, the smell is absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for this. So turn that around like so. Then we add our chilli flakes. Starting to stick a little at the bottom, but that's okay. Because we're just going to add some more liquid with our lemon, like so. Really squeeze all of that on there. Perfect. Like that. Then we add, let's go for the parmesan. How much parmesan you want to add, just go for it. I've got a fair amount here, a few teaspoons full, so we just whack that straight on, like so. Give that a good stir around. Oh, this is such a great dish. It's so easy, it's so full of flavour, and it's just so simple. I just love its simplicity. And then we're just going to finish off with this chopped up, roughly chopped parsley. And that is it. In fact, one last thing, some olive oil, and then just some salt, pepper even. Just going to try it, see if it needs any salt. Just picking up a bit of the juices on the back of the fork there. Yeah, needs a little bit of salt. And there we have it. That is done. Literally minutes there. It's picked up all the meat juices. They're cooked into the pasta. It's picked up all those flavours. So that is wonderful. And that's just going to go alongside our steaks. And that's it. We're good to go. Can't wait. How good does this look? And trust me, it tasted even better. I loved it and my wife loved it too. These two are such a perfect combination. They work so well together. Added some extra parmesan there. Feel free to add that or some pepper. I think you guys are going to love this one. Here you have it. I'm so excited to try this. Yeah, I'm almost speechless. Perfectly cooked steak. Just the way I like it. The spaghetti, it just looks amazing. And it tastes so good. I can really taste the kind of meat juices that have been cooked in there. The garlic, butter, parmesan and parsley, and just that little bit of spicy from the chilli makes it amazing. Really gives it that boost. It's so good. It's so simple. I think you're going to absolutely love making this, guys. Give it a shot. See how you get on, and I'll see you next time.